Okay, welcome back. Sorry about the long wait in between videos. I've had quite a lot going on in my life. Well, a lot going on. I'm going to be moving soon, but by the time this video goes out, I would have already moved. But I'm doing a little bit before then and a little bit after then. So, but things will be getting chaotic in my life. But anyway. So what I'm going to do now is put the decals on and try and get all the wheels back on, get all the bottom bit all dirtied up. But before I do any more dirtying up, I need to put the decals on. So let's crack on with that. Remember, I didn't stick this one, so I've prized it off because it wasn't stuck. It was just stuck on there with the paint and the primer. So now I can attach the fire extinguisher on the side here. Well, you'd think it'd be easy, wouldn't you? Okay, right, so that's all the decals stuck on now. So all it needs now, I'll be doing a little bit of dirtying up on it, but no, basically I could just do all the dirtying up on the lower hole, all around here where the tracks are, and then I could put the wheels back on and then put the tracks back on and then leave it. Might even put the side armour on, so that'll be all ready to move, and then I can continue with the dirtying up. Okay, so now I'm working on the lower hole. I'm just putting a dusting of dry earth pigment. You may be thinking, oh, it's going a bit heavy on that, but basically it's the bottom of the tank. It's going to get very muddy, very dirty. You're not really going to see it. Now some pigment fix. Now I'm using this rain stain. I'm literally just going to be just highlighting some areas. Now I'm going to apply some of this Fileto thick mud, black mud. So you want to put this in areas where there's going to be like It's going to build up basically. Right, whilst I'll just wait for that black mud to dry, I will continue dirtying up the wheels. So I'll get a bit of European dust pigment, or dry, or I think it's dry earth actually, pigment, and just rub it in the inside of the wheels, just like that. Basically, that's all I've been doing. And then might as well do the next stage. Then what we're doing is getting this darker for green vehicles. Is it that one I've been using? Can't remember now. So basically just drip. The pigment should soak it up quite quickly. Here's one I've been experimenting with the different colours. We'll continue just applying, and the ones that are more dirtier I put at the back, and the ones that are less dirtier I put at the front as well, to get that sort of contrast of the vehicle on the move. Okay, so now I'm adding this fresh mud, AK Interactive fresh mud wash. Okay, now going over it with this wet mud, line panel wash, or wash if you will. Because obviously I want the bottom of this Chieftain to be really muddy, because of the dire armour I'll possibly be putting it on. Okay, so that's the lower hole, or the underneath. Basically, I'll be doing the dirtying up when I switch it over once this is dried. It's got some lovely colours going on in there. Oh. Okay, I will carry on tinkering with this until I'm satisfied. It's looking pretty good. Like I say, once the wheels are on and the track's on and the side armour's on, you're not really going to see much of it. But if you peer in through the gaps and that, you will see. That's kind of what it's rough looking, but basically it's just there, just in case somebody peers in. Okay, so this is being filmed after the move. What I've been doing, but before I was sort of like doing little bits and pieces to it that I could, is I've been adding, sort of doing the chipping a little bit more. So what I've been doing is adding this olive drab, which is faded type 1, and there's also olive drab faded tab 2, I think. So that's tab 2. So basically what I've been doing, I'll just demonstrate on this little bit here in this corner. So where I did the chipping on the paintwork anyway, I've sort of added a little bit of, just a little bit of this faded olive. But you can also, well, I've been also adding it to bits which I just feel like would be a little bit chipped. So basically just the corners. And just dabbing it over with a cotton wool bud. Then using this chipping colour, just brings those, makes those chips sort of bounce out a bit, scratches and so on. So that's basically what I've been doing all over. You can probably see bits where I've done it. And then what I like to do is go over with the trusty pencil, but I might not do that until I put a wash on it. I mean, I could do a bit of pencil work, but it might be better to do it after I put a wash on it. So, okay, so now I'm just adding some of this dark brown for NATO green filter on the gun mantle. I think it's like a thermal sleeve. Don't ask me why this colour works, but it works. I could use a different brown filter, but for some reason this one works just as well. I might use some other filters on there just to get some of the dirtiness on it. So that's coming along nicely, that gun barrel and thermos sleeve. Thermal sleeve. Right. Okay, so I've been going over it with a wash. I first of all went over it with this dark brown wash for green vehicles. Now I've gone over it with some other wash as well. Went over it with the US vehicle wash for modern vehicles, and now I'm just going over it with this wash, Orchid for sand colour, which I like because it sort of makes it look a bit dirty. and grubby. You noticed I'm using a brush that isn't that perfect. You can kind of do a bit of scraping and streaking with it a little bit better, but okay, you've seen me use these before, these modern boot print things. Just going to do a little experiment with once I've got this sand line panel wash out. Don't know if this is going to work or not. No, unfortunately I don't think it works as good as using paint. What we might do, oh yeah, it might do. Well, this is actually coming out better than I thought it would actually. So now I'm using this rain marking effect by AK Interactive, and it simply just goes, it's a bit like line panel wash, so I don't know if you can see that properly. I seem to have quite a lot of sunlight in my new modelling room. Nice to work with. Doesn't seem to be too well for filming with. Oh well, we'll see at the end. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is going over it all with my trusty pencil. Basically just bringing out those warm bits. Those world marks. Giving it sort of a metally feel. Especially on bits where it's going to be more worn than others. Giving it that sort of like well used look. So I will go over the whole vehicle doing that, and I'll see you later on, if they will.